Let's get straight to it. Not every woman deserves your energy or your loyalty. Some women will elevate you, support your mission, and bring peace into your life. They will inspire you to be better. They will walk beside you, not in front, not behind, but beside you. These women are rare and priceless, but others, the kind we're breaking down today, will drain you dry and make you question your own worth. They might be attractive, charming, even exciting at first, but don't be fooled. Some women aren't looking for love, loyalty, or legacy. They're looking for control, chaos, or a temporary thrill. And if you're not paying attention, you'll give your all to someone who was never meant to have it. This video is your wake-up call. These aren't just red flags. These are deep behavioral patterns that reveal when a woman is not just low quality, but dangerous to your growth as a man. Pay attention to each point, because the last one, that might be the one that hits home hardest. It might be the exact thing you ignored in your last relationship, or the sign you're seeing right now, but haven't named yet. Trait 1. She feeds off chaos. You ever meet someone who's always in some kind of drama? Falling out with friends, conflict at work, endless arguments with family. Every week, there's a new problem, a new enemy, a new story, where she's the victim and the world is out to get her. She claims people are against her, but there's one thing in common. She's always in the middle of the storm. It's because she needs it. The drama makes her feel alive, important, in control, but eventually, that chaos becomes your everyday life. You lose your calm, your focus, your energy. Instead of peace, you get paranoia. Instead of clarity, you get confusion. And when you try to bring peace, she resents it, because peace means no attention, no stimulation. A woman who feeds off chaos will never let you rest, and without peace, a man can't lead. A king cannot build an empire in the middle of a war zone he didn't start. And you know the worst part? It's subtle at first. You think it's just a rough patch. You try to be supportive, but over time your nervous system gets wired to stress. You stop relaxing. You stop creating. You stop growing. A man who lives in survival mode can't thrive. Your mission, your vision, and your inner calm all get sacrificed just to maintain a relationship that should have never begun. Trait 2. She craves constant attention. Watch her habits. Is she always checking her phone, posting, revealing photos, fishing for compliments? Does she talk more about how many likes she got than how she made someone feel? She doesn't want love, she wants eyes on her. And no matter how much you give, it's never enough. You give her time, she wants more. You compliment her, she wants validation from others. You commit, she still seeks attention outside. This kind of woman measures her worth through attention. And that means your loyalty won't stop her from seeking validation elsewhere. And it never ends, because the craving for attention is a bottomless pit. You could give her the world, but she'll still be looking over your shoulder to see who's watching. A woman addicted to attention is always searching, and you'll never be her final destination. She'll only stop when someone else gives her more than you do. And even then, she'll keep searching. There's a big difference between a woman who enjoys being appreciated and one who needs to be constantly admired to function. The first can build with you. The second will use you as a stepping stone until a shinier pedestal shows up. And sadly, if you're not careful, you'll spend your prime years trying to impress someone who was never truly impressed by you, but only by the mirror you held up for her. Trait 3. She dodges responsibility. Every mistake has a scapegoat. Her ex, her parents, the universe, anyone but her. She failed a class. Her teacher hated her. She lost a job. The boss was toxic. She got into a fight with her friend. Well, that friend was jealous. When she slips up, she flips it. Suddenly, you're the one apologizing. You're the one walking on eggshells. She'll say things like, "I wouldn't have done that if you didn't," or "This is happening because you made me feel this way." She avoids accountability like it's poison. But without responsibility, there's no growth, just repetition. And you start to question yourself. You start to doubt your instincts. You start apologizing for things you didn't do. Stay too long, and you'll start losing track of what's real and what's gaslighting. You need a partner who can own her part, not someone who makes you question yours. A mature woman says, "I messed up. How can I make it right?" A low-quality one says, "It's your fault." Like this. When a woman can't take ownership of her actions, she leaves you to carry the emotional burden of both people. And that is a load no man should carry. Relationships require emotional maturity, not perfection, but the willingness to reflect and grow. Trait 4. She controls through guilt. She doesn't scream, she doesn't threaten, but she knows how to make you feel wrong for doing what's right for you. You want time with friends, she pouts. You set a boundary, she cries. You say no, she says you don't love her. She uses her emotions like weapons, but never openly. It's the art of silent warfare. This is manipulation in soft packaging. It's control hidden in emotion. She wants you wrapped around her mood, always adjusting yourself to keep her from feeling sad or distant. Real love isn't about control. It's about freedom, and guilt should never be the price of peace. A woman like this will make you question if you're selfish for taking care of yourself, and that's the trap. If you feel guilty for doing healthy things like focusing on your goals, spending time with loved ones, or just needing space, you're being emotionally controlled. She might never say it outright, but her actions scream it. How dare you put yourself first? And if you fall for that message, you will slowly abandon everything that made you strong, your discipline, your direction, your drive. You'll trade your backbone for approval, and in the end, you still won't get it. Trait 5. She has no vision beyond today. Ask her where she's going in life, what she's building, what she stands for. If she shrugs, laughs it off, or changes the subject, take that as your answer. She lives in the moment, but not in a grounded way. She avoids responsibility, avoids planning, avoids commitment. She lives for the weekend parties, trips, attention, not for progress, not for purpose. A woman with no direction will pull you off your path. She will distract you, drain your resources, and derail your focus. It's not that she doesn't have potential, it's that she has no desire to use it. If you're building something real, a business, a purpose, a legacy, she'll feel like dead weight. Not because she's bad, but because she's standing still while you're moving forward. You can't walk into your future with someone who's stuck in the now. You need a woman who sees the road ahead, not just the party in front of her. You don't need someone perfect. You need someone intentional, someone who wakes up with purpose, not just plans her next escape. Because when life hits hard, and it will, you want someone who stands firm, not someone who disappears into distraction. Trait 6. She clashes with masculine energy. She doesn't just disagree, she resents your leadership. She treats your decisiveness as control, your protection as insecurity, your purpose as ego. She competes instead of compliments, challenges instead of cooperates. She wants to be the boss, not beside you, but above you. And when you try to lead with calm strength, she sees it as weakness or arrogance. But masculinity isn't about domination, it's about direction, stability, strength in stillness. A valuable woman sees this and brings her own strength to match, not to fight. She respects your role just like you respect hers. She doesn't compete with your masculinity, she amplifies it. The wrong woman will turn your natural masculine traits into a battlefield. The right woman sees them as a foundation. And if you have to constantly defend your masculine nature in your own relationship, you're not in a partnership. You're in a power struggle. It's exhausting to constantly justify your instincts to defend your decisiveness or explain why being grounded isn't toxic. A relationship should be a place where a man can breathe, not where he has to tiptoe. Masculinity needs room to move, not restriction, not resentment. Trait 7. Her world revolves around image, not integrity. What does she care about most? How she's seen or who she is? You'll notice it in how she talks, constantly referencing what others think, always updating her social media, perfect angles, perfect filters, perfect captions. But ask her something real about herself, and she gives surface-level answers. She invests more time in how things look than how things are. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one's watching. And a woman obsessed with image lives only for the audience. She'll lie to save face. She'll fake affection in public and withdraw it in private. She'll make decisions not based on values, but on optics. When a woman chooses appearance over authenticity, her whole life becomes a performance, and you become a prop in her show. She'll talk about building together, but it's all for show. She doesn't want a relationship, she wants a storyline, and if you stop fitting the part, she wants you replaced. Image chasers don't build, they decorate. They pose next to success. They don't put in the work to create it. Stay too long, and you'll become as fake as the world she lives for. Now let's be clear. None of this is about hate. It's about awareness. You're not here to fix anyone. You're here to protect your purpose. You are the gatekeeper of your own life, and not every woman deserves a key to your peace, your time, or your energy, because time, that's the one thing you can't earn back. And some women will rob you blind, not of money, but of years of clarity, of self-respect. They'll steal your ambition and replace it with confusion, your confidence and replace it with self-doubt. You'll wake up one day and not recognize yourself, and by then, it might be too late. Don't ignore these traits, because by the time you feel their full effect, it's often too late to turn around. If this opened your eyes or gave you clarity you didn't have before, then it's already done its job. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Not because it helps me, but because it helps you keep your mind sharp and your path clear. You deserve a partner who adds value, who builds with you, not breaks you down. And remember, the cost of staying with the wrong woman is far higher than the pain of walking away from one. This is the Stoic Sensei, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp.